Hey everyone, it's Brandy and you are watching Abstract Crafter. Guess what, friends? We're doing a drill with me today, and I'm actually going back to my original format of obsessions and updates and discussion slash tags. So, if you're interested in what I'm going to chat about today, just keep on watching and we will get right into that as soon as I roll the intro credits. All right, friends, here we go. This painting in particular, the Dolphin swim from Wotion. I'll insert a picture here for you guys to see. And if I can, if my editing is up for it, I will keep a picture inserted up in the corner. As you noticed in this corner, I've been having my logo. That's because my videos keep getting stolen, and that's my way of copyrighting it. It won't stop it from getting stolen, but it'll mark it as mine. So, if I can, I will try to keep a picture inserted in this. I'm trying to get this done with no editing and just stringing the clips together, but we'll see how much I say, or have to clear my throat, and all that fun stuff. So, before I put drills down, let's just go over the format really quick. You may hear a little bit of buzzing in the background, but I don't want to be sweating all over my canvas, so I need a little bit of a fan back there. Hopefully this camera will not pick it up, but this camera seems to be a lot more sensitive than my last one. So, the format we're going to go over. Now, it's been months. Well, I did one a couple weeks ago, but before that it had been months. And probably even longer before that, since I actually followed the format of doing, I like to talk about my latest obsessions, go over any channel updates, or updates in general, or any kind of news that I've discovered about companies or whatever, that kind of thing. And then we'll go into a discussion, which I either will just chit chat from a list of topics that I've come up with beforehand, or I will do a tag. And this tag in particular, it's the YouTuber Storytime tag. And I've been wanting to do this one probably for about 4 months, and I've never had a chance to really do it. Stitcherista did it in a long time ago. I do believe Donnie also did it. Somebody else did it too. I can't remember everybody who did it. Oh, Jennifer, of course, Jennifer from DP Addictions, Diamond Painting. Oh gosh, Jen, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. It's like Diamond Painting Addiction Adventures. There we go. DP Addiction Adventures. Yes, I'm pretty sure she did the Storytime tag. I think I have enough to talk about that we won't have to use the tag this time. I'm trying to get better about making sure I film this type of video at least once or twice a month, or once a week or once every other week is what I'm trying to say. But I also want to say, I'm going to start getting set up here. I do have a little section cut out that I want to start on. But I did want to say that when I'm not doing drill with me's, I want to do craft with me's, sew with me, something where I'm chit-chatting and either diamond painting or working on some sort of craft. I know that should be going in the middle, not in obsessions, but I wanted to add that before I forgot. That is because diamond painting, I'm not going to love it forever, friends, as much as I think I'm going to. I just know I'm not gonna. But I better start drilling, because last time it took me a little bit longer than normal to start drilling. Somebody actually commented on it. Though I don't really know who's watching these videos to watch me actually diamond paint. Most people just want to diamond paint with me. So let's do obsessions, because I have quite a few updates to go over. My voice might get a little quieter now. I'm going to sit down so I can start working. I don't know, lately I've been finding it better to like work with one of these standard drill pens. Feels better in my hand and all that jazz. One thing I will say, this diamond painting has so much garbage. It's disgusting. Like, I've only done this little square and I've already got this little bottom container here. Oh, God, I don't even know. I need to mark my parameters on my screen. Look at, that's how much garbage I've already gotten. It's just super holy and gross. It's really garbagey, if that's even the right word. Okay, so I got like half of this dot and to Z. So if I can keep that centered, then I can kind of get an idea of my parameters. I'm just going to move that so I can see. Like I said, I'm trying not to edit this video, at least not much. Okay, so let me pick out my first color. Sometimes I like to just go in order. Other times I like to go from whatever the least colors are to the most color. I think that's how I'll start, which also happens to be going in order. So what I mean by going in order is I'll do the box, this box here first, and then I'll move over to the tubes. They're not in numerical order, so I can't really say that, but if, like this one, I only see like 2, so I probably won't even dump it into a tray. It's one thing I like about these containers in particular is that you can work right out of them. They're very nice for that. Okay, so obsessions. I have a lot since the last time I talked to you guys about this stuff. I need to close this. But I tried to limit it to just 2 things. One of them is a food, and one of them is just a lifestyle thing. Oh, and notice I got a new cloth instead of using a towel for my table. It does help to absorb the light, so I'm going to experiment with a few different textiles. If there's a particular color that you guys find soothing, let me know down in the comments. I aim to please. Well, as long as I like it too. I aim to please, but to a point. It's got to please us both. So I'll talk about the food one first because that's super easy. And I do gotta stand up, so I won't be able to drill just for a minute. But these, oh my God, I buy them in bulk, kind of. These, oh my God, they are so good. And it's not just because they're unicorn. Though I will say I did buy them because they said unicorn cakes and they said new somewhere on them. But they are so good. If you like strawberry and you like Little Debbie's, the little sprinkles are like sugar sprinkles, so they're pretty good. There's a few sprinkles inside, but let me tell you, they're loaded with sugar. I mean, look at that. There's the dietary information. So yeah, there's a lot going on in there. 35 grams of sugar per 2 cakes. But it's okay. It's okay. They're really good. And they're well worth it. I probably eat about, I don't know. Honestly, I probably eat about 3 of them a day. 3 twin packs. Sometimes. So, unfortunately, because these are so full of garbage, I need to sift through that first. Because I like to just keep going when I'm drilling. I don't like to have to stop, and I especially don't like when I have to pull drills off because I accidentally put a garbage one down. For the most part, I tried to do this the first time I used the color, but that was, I think, the first few colors I didn't do that with. I thought maybe those are just bad, and I can't tell if that's a bad color. That's just a color that doesn't belong. It's like a bleached version of what's in the tray. So, obsession number 2, and then we'll go on to some updates because I have a lot of those. Kind of, I guess. I guess the updates and discussion will go hand in hand. But the other obsession, and it's kind of like a reintroduction to something that I was really obsessed with. And I don't know how many of you guys get into essential oils, but about 3 years ago, I got into them a ton. Now, I've told you so many times, I'm a hippie at heart, and I love stuff like this. And honestly, at first, when I first heard about these, I was the biggest skeptic. I'm like, anybody who loves oils are just suckers. Really, that's what I honestly thought. And then I was getting acupuncture, and she would offer me a smell every time she would do that. So she always had like lavender and a couple other ones that would help you relax while you're getting your acupuncture. And I fell in love. And she would always have them going in her office. She would also do massages. And so when you would get a massage from her, she would have oils going. She really liked bergamot. I didn't bring that one up, but I did bring up my top five that I am obsessed with. I would have grabbed bergamot, but I grabbed sage instead because it's new. But I love bergamot is like number one. So pretend the clary sage is number one, or is the bergamot. Number two is most definitely rosemary. I love that smell. It's a little strong, but it's good. I love lemongrass. I actually have, let's see if I have it handy, a bracelet and a necklace that have little charcoal beads in them, and you can add drops, like 3 or 4 drops to it, and you can keep that scent with you all day long. Oh, I got them at a farmer's market. And then number 4 is actually lavender. And then I love lemon. Those are my top 5. So if I could only have one essential oil, it would have to be the lemongrass, though. As odd as that is, because it's in the middle, that one, it's like a perfect balance of all of these for me. So, and I was actually given lemongrass as a gift. Lemongrass and bergamot, actually. So yes, I am very big into the oils. I am completely and totally obsessed with them. I stopped using them probably for a good year or so. Mostly because it can be quite expensive. It's an expensive habit, but they do go a long way if you use them. You know, if you're not just dumping half a bottle into a diffuser or wasting them, and you use them properly. And you can find so much information about them online. They are really, really good. I won't go into the whole thing with you because I know that probably won't interest most people. But do know, if you ever want to talk about essential oils, I'm here for you. And we can chat about essential oils all day long. I do love them. So as you can see, when I'm doing squares, I like to use the tweezers and the drill pen. Because I down here I was just using the drill pen, but because these drills are inconsistent from color to color as far as size goes, they look very messy. So when that happens, then I switch to using the combination of tweezers and drill pen. It's a lot slower of a process, but it looks a lot better overall. And you actually get quicker once you start using the tweezers more and more. Like at first, I'm pretty slow, but then like toward the end of this video even, I'll pick up my pace quite a bit. It just overall gives a better appearance. I do know though that using tweezers can be very hard if you've never done it with, with squares, or if you've never really used tweezers. I started out with tweezers, so it's always been pretty easy for me. I used to never be able to use a drill pen with squares. I couldn't. I was too obsessive in making sure that they stayed straight. Whereas like my daughter, she can't use a drill pen, period. Her first painting was a square, and she used tweezers. So even when she goes to do a round painting, she can't use a drill pen. It's too awkward for her. I can't tell if this one... Oop, that one went flying. So let's see, updates. I got so many updates, I don't even know where to begin. So I do have a new tripod, so I'm going to be experimenting with... I've gotten several new tripods over the course of my diamond painting career, YouTube career, but this one I specifically sought it out for its ability to be able to go into this position that we are in now if I need it to. The other ones I've gotten don't quite go down like that. They only will go at an angle unless I can like rig it up with string, which isn't entirely safe. So hopefully I'll be trying that out. With my new camera, I am able to finally beam my recording. So like what you're seeing now, I'm able to beam that onto a different computer screen. So that means I'll be able to start doing live streams. I'm going to test it out in Facebook first and do like Friday night drill with me's. So if you are not part of my Facebook group, but that sounds interesting to you, then feel free to join my group. I will leave it down below. You do have to answer some questions, and that's, you don't have to like give it like super long descriptive answers for that. That's just more or less so that random people aren't joining and like other sellers or other groups trying to promote their own group. I'm not all about that. I'm all about us. I created it so that we could share our paintings because you get to see what I'm working on all the time. Well, I wanted to be able to see what you guys are working on as well. I'll also make sure I'm announcing stuff like that. I also have a Facebook page. I'm not trying to like advertise to you guys right now. I just want you to know there are other ways to communicate with me. But I have a page where I'm trying to get better about being active on there. My goal is to try to, if not post every day, at least go in there and check in on people. I'm just not a very good Facebook person. Facebook isn't like my favorite platform at all. I think I like burnt myself out on it, quite honestly. I used to be on there all day long, constantly checking. And then I just got to be so much about like, not everybody, but enough people to ruin it to where they're always like, look at me, look what I have, look how happy I am, look how perfect my family is. Really, it's all for show. Well, not all of it, but you know what I mean. Anybody who feels the same way will totally get what I mean by that. And it's not to say there's anything wrong with bragging. I just didn't like it anymore. It just seemed really fake. But then again, you know, who's going to go on there? I don't know. Nobody's going to go on there and just like, I don't know, you want people to see the good parts. You don't really want them to see the bad parts. But then again, there are people that only want you to feel sorry for them too. And I had a lot of that going on in my Facebook. Like in my friends particular. Like people I actually know, not like friends. So I don't know. Facebook's just not my favorite. I like I said, I think I got burnt out. I do like Instagram, so I'm trying to get better about that too. I have like a million pictures ready to post on Instagram, but I never do it because I guess that's another thing I just don't like, trying to fill out tags all the time and hashtags and all that fun stuff. So I am trying to get better about it though. All of that is a roundabout way of saying that yes, I will be doing some live drill with me's and maybe some like other kinds of live videos in the future once I get the hang of it a little bit. So let me know what you think of all of that. Like I said, Facebook, I want to use it as a testing. So like every other Friday, I want to do like a Friday night drill with me. And then if that goes well, because that's a much smaller crowd. I have less than 200 people in my group. So it's like the perfect amount of people to test it with and get comfortable with it. And so if that goes well, then I'll try it on YouTube. But it'll be like more scheduled. I won't do like random ones or anything like that. I'll always make sure you guys have plenty of notice. At least, you know, like if I plan on doing a live on Friday, I'll try to let you know on a Wednesday, just so you have time, a couple days notice, to know that I'll be there. And I'll try to like do stuff so that, because I have people all over the world that watch my channel, so I'll try to make sure that it's around certain times that as many people as possible can join. You know, it's kind of one of those situations where you can make some of the people happy, some of the time, but you can't make all of the people happy all of the time. It's one of those situations. So there's always going to be somebody disappointed in the times that I choose. That's going to be the same with my content. So it's not something that's easy for me to accept. I want to make all of the people happy all of the time. So I'm working on that actively. But that will be a thing, and I'm aiming for, I think I announced that in my Facebook group a week ago. So I'm just kind of playing around with some things. So you might, if you're in my Facebook group already, you'll probably see some testing going up. It's not actual live drill with me, so if you end up like joining in on the live, it'll literally just be me testing. So it won't be anything like actively going on. But you're welcome to join me in my testing. And it will say that. It'll say live test or something along those lines. It'll be obvious. And like I said, when it's an actual drill with me, I will make sure to let you know. I won't just spring it on you because I want people to be there with me. There are so many rivers in this painting that I didn't notice when I was unboxing it. It's super hard to see some of this. Like, and I don't want to put my head in your way. But the light is at just the right angle that some of these are hard to see. It's not that the actual symbols are unclear, it's just the light makes it hard to see specific numbers. Okay, so let's see, what else do I want to talk about? I wanted to... Oh, big thing, because this video I'm planning on getting up before these other two videos I want to talk to you about. So, and this is kind of going to be a general thing, but I do need to take a quick pause and take a drink because my throat is already dry. I am not used to doing these types of talking videos like this, so I'm going to pause you. You won't even know I'm gone. See, I told you I won't even notice me being gone. So I don't think that I have any more lowercase b's, which is what I was working on. We'll move into threes, unless there's a ton of them. I don't, like I said, I like to do the small numbers first. I'll skip over any of them if, like this big section here of lowercase a's. I don't know if you can even see that. I tried to zoom in a little bit for you, but like that, when I get to, it's on this stack anyway, but for example, if that was what was next, I would just skip over it and go on to the next one. But it doesn't look like there's a ton of threes. It looks like they're mostly down in here and then randomly scattered throughout here. So, okay. I did a couple of videos and they're going to be coming up. I don't know which one will be first, but I got two that are very, very much different from the stuff that I normally do on my channel. So one of them is, they're little Shopkins, and they're going to be like bonus videos. So one is Shopkins and one is this craft kit. It's actually called like Critters, something Critters. Oh God, I can't remember. Anyway, they're like, it's a DIY slime kit essentially for kids, but it's so much more than that. Now, I am the kind of person that I never want to grow up, and I hope that I never do. And I think that everybody should try to have as much fun as possible, and life shouldn't be so serious all the time. And I want to do stuff on my channel that I really enjoy, and I really enjoy stuff like that. Like, I love miniature stuff. Shopkins are miniature little, like, I'll show you an example if you don't know. Let me just grab one. Yeah. Where are you guys? Alright, hold on, I'm grabbing. Okay, so here is a little example. It's a miniature cake, and it's adorable. And I like to use these. Well, some of them I just display, I'm not gonna lie. Some of them just hang out around my desk. And some of them I like it. Okay, so you know I build the miniature dollhouses, so let's kind of backtrack a little bit so I can tell you the full story. So, and besides just loving the Shopkins, I wanted to be able to justify it to myself a little bit. So, I don't know. I guess to make it okay for me to buy stuff like this, even though I never buy them at full price. I have only ever bought them while they're on clearance. And by clearance, I mean like $5 for a huge pack. Anyway, not the point. That's another way I justify it. But, so you know I build the miniature doll houses. Well, every time I go to like Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I always love to go look at the doll house, like the actual miniature doll house. Not just the rooms, but like the toys you'd build for children, but really not ever let them play with it kind of doll house, because it's too pretty and you put too much work into it. But if you go to those stores, I don't know if every Michael's in the Hobby Lobby is like that or every craft store, but they'll have like all these different packages of like miniature stuff to put into your doll houses. Some of them even have the skeleton of the doll house, but I actually want to design the house myself. Well, some of these Shopkins are so freaking adorable that I'm like, oh my god, they would be perfect inside of one of these doll houses. Like, miniature appliances. Because they used to just be food and candies and stuff like that. But now they've, like, expanded into, like, shoes, clothing, like, miniature sized, of course. And they still have the food and stuff, but, like, they have appliances. And, like, this latest version was, like, a grocery store. And all of the Shopkins would come in like boxes like this. So like it's like a popsicle box. And I thought, oh my god, I could fill my little cupboards, my little dollhouse cupboards with these containers. And so I thought, well, why not just film it? And then I can share that with you guys. It'll also be there for any of your guys' kids or grandkids that might like that kind of video. So it's kind of my way of being able to share with, you know, my little guilty pleasure with you, and also be able to share it with like kids and stuff, and like my nieces and nephew, and well, not my older two kids, but my younger son Talon. You know, he might not be into that kind of stuff, but you know, he still likes, it would be fun for him to watch that versus what I'm doing right now. So that video will be coming up. And then I also did one, it's like some kind of, I cannot remember what they are called. Something critters, sparkly critters, whatever, unicorns. Sparkly critters, there they are. They're poopsicle, right? Let me see. Oh, poopsie, sparkly critters. And they come in like these little soda cans. And they're big all over the internet right now. Like if you look up a sparkly critter unboxing, you'll be overwhelmed with them. Well, I was kind of like intrigued and grossed out by these at the same time, because they either, like, you put liquid inside of their head, you shake it up, and they'll either spit or poop out, yes, I said poop out slime. So it's kind of like testing a DIY kid's slime kit. But really, my curiosity got to me, and let me tell you, these creatures are so freaking adorable. Their eyes are like mesmerizing. And I love unicorns. I love all things unicorn. Like I said, never gonna grow up. I was like a big fan of like Lisa Frank and everything color and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm not like really trying to even justify this to you guys. I'm more or less trying to tell you why I put these videos, why I film these videos, and why I'm going to be putting them up. They won't take away from any of my normal content. I figure if you have enough advanced warning, you'll know that when those videos come up, like I think I named the Shopkin one Unconventional Uses for Kids' Toys, because that's honestly what my intentions were in buying that one. The sparkly critters I just wanted to do, and then I labeled that video as a DIY kids slime kit because it markets itself that way. So I'm not lying. I'm not trying to be clickbaity. But that's what the titles of those ones will be. So when you see them, if that's not your thing, then don't watch it. I'm probably going to upload the videos without the likes to dislikes, because honestly, I don't care about that with these particular videos. And one of these drills is not like the others. It's too big. So, more or less, I just wanted to let you guys know, from time to time, I'm going to do videos like that. I want my channel to be fun. I want to post and make the kinds of videos that I've always wanted to make. I've always wanted to do unboxings like that. I've always wanted to do craft stuff. And I already know a lot of people will say make another channel for that kind of stuff. Well, I don't think I should have to. For one, and for two, I just don't have enough people to justify making another channel. If I had like 10,000 followers, then yeah, I would make another channel for that. But if I ever make another channel, it's gonna be for lifestyle stuff, like a weight loss journey or my yoga journey or stuff like that. So if and when I do make another channel, it will be completely different. To me, that stuff all goes hand in hand, and all of my favorite craft channels that I watch also do similar unboxings. And I know I've said it many times before, but I have a lot of new people since the last time I said it, is that this channel was never meant to be a dedicated diamond painting channel. It'll always have a spot on my channel, of course, and that's what most people come to watch me for. But at some point, I'm going to run out of material. There's only so much you can do with diamond painting. I'm not buying anymore right now, so there's no need to, like, I don't know. There's no need to buy more just for the sake of doing unboxings. I have way too many paintings right now to, like, justify myself buying more. I am into so many other crafts that I more or less, excuse me, I more or less have been neglecting those other crafts for the sake of diamond painting, and I'm slowly but surely getting into all of them. I need to check my clip. I can't believe that this video has let me go on past a half hour. We're going to keep going so I can test how long my clips let me film for. I'm used to 26 minutes and 20 seconds, and that's it. So, yeah, the Shopkin video will be coming out directly after this one, but then, I don't know what that drill's sitting up there for. I put it there for a reason. I think I was gonna put it down, and then I just got distracted. Yeah. Yeah, so, like I said, it'll be coming out directly after this. It won't take away from any of my other content, but you should come to expect some variety from me going forward. Like I said, I have so many things that I can offer in so many areas of craft, the crafting world. I like everything. I never stick to one thing. I'm surprised I've been with diamond painting for as long as I have. I think probably if it wasn't for my channel, I probably would have already been burnt out and moved on. But, like I said, I can't justify buying anymore. I have way too many diamond paintings right now. I have some that are going to be a year old. Probably come June, I think it is. And I know it's not even on my radar as far as when I'm going to do it. So, I think it's going to be, I think I want to aim for that to come soon. But I also want to get, I don't know, I want to get Amazon project stuff done. So, okay, why don't we just talk about what's coming up on the channel. So I gave you the heads up about those 2 videos that are going to be different. It's not something I plan on doing all the time. I'm not going to suddenly turn into a toy unboxing channel. But once in a while, if I see a toy that tickles my fancy, then I'm going to do it. And I'm going to share it with you guys. And not just you guys, but with my kids, my nieces and nephew, and your kids and grandkids, if you so choose to have them watch it. Obviously, I don't swear on my channel, and I definitely would not swear on a kids video, so you know you can trust me when it comes to that kind of stuff. And it's not even reviewing it, so I won't be, like, tearing apart their favorite toys. Yeah. So, I have a lot coming up. I am a teeny tiny bit overwhelmed as far as what's going to come up when, because I've had so many requests for videos. But for sure, coming up, and I'm looking for this letter. I'm sorry, I am not putting a drill down, but I saw it, and now I lost it. It's a big R. Do you see it? An uppercase R. Where'd she go? Okay. So for sure coming up, I got exploring the essentials. I got the wrap up or the final video, and in that video it's going to be drill pens, drill fillers, using multi-placers, all that kind of stuff. And then like some drill pen hacks, like other uses I found for drill pens, because trust me, you can use these little things for so much, especially nail art. Which reminds me, excuse me, nail art will be another thing that will be occasionally entering on my channel, because I do feel like art is art, and that is something I absolutely love, is nail art. So once in a while, I'm going to sneak one of those kinds of videos into. Not too often, because there's not that much I'm good at when it comes to nail art. I'm pretty basic when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I am experimenting lately and trying to learn some new things when it comes to nail art. So why not film it? But anyway, back to the drill pen. So that video will be the next exploring the essentials. The final video for this time around, like, I guess if you wanted to say this season, I'm not really calling them seasons, but I can on YouTube label them as like season 1 episode blah blah if I wanted to. I just kind of don't really think it's necessarily that type of series. It's just a general Diamond Painting 101 series. But to conclude that, or to finish this round up, because I'll come back to this and do it again, I'm going to do my top 10 diamond painting tips and tricks. So I'm going to ask, but it seems like every time I ask this kind of thing, nobody really participates. But I am going to ask that if you have an awesome tip or trick that you want to share with everybody, leave it in the comments and let me know that you want to share it. I'll screenshot it and I will include it in that video. So it'll be not only my top 10 tips and tricks, but it'll also be like your tips and tricks and the things that you recommend. And if you see something in the comments that you think would be a good tip or trick, then like it so that it goes to the top of the comments and I'll see it more. I'll be more likely to see it. I'm trying to see if I have any H's. I don't think so. So that's how that series is going to wrap up. I did have a request to make a video on AliExpress, and like some people, they're either very intimidated by AliExpress because it's hard to navigate for them, or it's just too confusing and they've just never wanted to shop from there. I totally get it. The first time I was ever introduced to AliExpress was long before diamond painting. It was like people were buying fake makeup on there, and from time to time wanted to go see what this fake makeup was all about. So I tried to go to AliExpress and check it out, and I was so lost and so confused. And even when I started buying diamond paintings, I was very overwhelmed because there were so many stores, as you guys that are well acquainted with AliExpress very well know. So I did have a request for like a walkthrough video on that. There may be some out there, but I've kind of wanted to do something like that anyway, so that's something that will be coming up. I wanted to try to film that and get that up this week. I might not be able to do that. It might be more the beginning of next week when that goes up. We'll just have to see when I actually have the time to film it. Because once upon a time, I was going to do an Amazon video that was just like that. And if I do the AliExpress one, I probably will do an Amazon one, and maybe even a Wish one, or Etsy. Whatever stores that you guys have a hard time navigating, I am more than happy to do a video on it and help you guys out in any way that I can. So just let me know. But AliExpress and Amazon, I'll for sure do, to show you guys how to, not only how to navigate and shop on there, but how to find the reviews and that kind of stuff, how to comparison shop on AliExpress, because that can be so confusing. I know when I first started, and I'm very well versed in online shopping, but even that was a little bit difficult for me. I had a hard time with that. AliExpress is quite the different website when you don't know it. So I'm more than happy to do that. Again, like I said, other people may have the video out already, but I was specifically requested to do it. So I am happy to throw my hat into the ring on that topic. I mean, why not? There's nothing wrong with having multiple videos. It's not like that'll be the first time that's ever happened on YouTube. I always say there's no original ideas. Let me check the time. Holy crap, we're 40 minutes in and my camera hasn't quit. It ain't quit me yet. I need to down this. So let's see. I know a lot of you guys are dying for the tea. You want me to spill the dirt. But after some careful consideration and chit-chatting with some people, I am not comfortable sharing what happened on Facebook or on YouTube. If you guys want, if you're part of my Facebook group, I'll be more than happy to do some kind of like live story time on there about it. I'm just not comfortable on YouTube. Plus, I just don't want to give them the satisfaction of knowing that they had that kind of effect on me. Because even though I was this close to just giving up and quitting YouTube, why did I? I would never let them do that. I won't let them win like that. And I also think that if I were to just come right out and tell everybody what happened, that it could actually do more harm than good. And it might come across as very petty. And I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to sour anybody against any other channels just because I had a bad experience with them. Of course, you can always message me or email me, and I'll be happy to talk to you about it in private. Even if that means that I am about to get a million emails, I'm much more comfortable talking about it more on a one-on-one basis than spilling the tea, because I love our community. Yes, we have some troublemakers, let's just say, but I don't think it's my job to out them. And I just want to keep my channel fun and friendly and bubbly, and I don't want to bring that kind of karma to my channel, I guess, because I do believe in that kind of stuff. And if these people treat other people the way that I was treated, then I fully believe that one day they will get what is coming to them, or get what they deserve, or whatever, however you want to say it. And I think more than anything, I kind of fear more retaliation on my channel. I don't want to all of a sudden start getting I don't know, reporting my channel for things that didn't actually happen, or trying to mess with me or my channel in any kind of way. And that's exactly what I think I would be opening the door to if I were to just out all of this, because it wasn't it was a personal situation that happened, and I don't think it's fair to bring my personal stuff like that and air my dirty laundry, I guess, on YouTube, especially when it could affect other people and their channels. That's not my place to make that kind of decision for them. However, if the situation that happened to me, because I think I made a mistake in saying that I would spill the dirt, because our community isn't really like that. I mean, yeah, every community is gonna have a couple of channels that are just kind of shady, but for the most part, our community is a really good one. And most of the channels I have come across are ran by really great people that really do care about our community and this craft. And so when I said I would spill the dirt, I think I misspoke, and I should have said I had this thing happen to me. It was really sad, and it made me really depressed. Almost made me quit my channel. Do you guys want to hear about it? That's the way I should have approached it, instead of saying, I jumped the gun. I misspoke when I said that. And that really is my bad. As much as I would just love to, out every little thing, that's not going to do anybody any good. And it's not really going to enhance anything. It's not going to enhance my life. It's certainly not going to enhance your life. And for all I know, it could really hurt a lot of people. So, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to bring that karma onto my channel. So I'm sorry I baited you if you think that's what I did, or if you think that I was just, I don't know. Whatever you thought, I apologize. I think we'll just leave it at that. We won't talk about it no more. So let's see. There was a couple other things. What else did I want to talk about? I don't know if I have anything specific. So I think, I kind of talked about a few things here and there, about some things I want to do on my channel, a couple of the videos that I want to do coming up. I'm trying to think. I don't know. So, again, feel free to join my Facebook group. Last time I checked, Jennifer from DP Addiction Adventures was my moderator. I think she still is. I know she had taken some time, stepped away for a little bit. Well, you guys, when I tell you I am behind on channels, that's no joke. I have been so obsessed with Criminal Minds that I can't even function and do anything else on YouTube. As far as other channels and stuff go. I'm so addicted to that show right now. And I've already seen it, so it's not like the first time I've ever seen these episodes. But when I get like that, when I get into a show, it's all I can think about. A lot of these are very bubbled out. I think they would just slide around the canvas. Yeah, definitely. So I have a lot of catching up to do. There's so many new channels. I've just seen so many different channels popping up here and there, and I really want to check them out, because I used to do shout outs on my channel too. I don't even have any new channels that I've watched recently to give any shout outs to. But if you're new to the diamond painting community, you run a channel, please, this is the one time I will accept this. Link it down below so I can go check your channel out. I need to do some catching up. I need to see the new stores that are out there. I need to see some new canvases. I know one of my subscribers just came out and she's got her own channel. And she's about the only new one that I went and checked out recently. So yeah, let me know if you have a channel that I did not previously know about, or you have never told me about, so I can go check you out. I would love to do that. Let's see. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of trying to do a lot of organizing lately. I don't know if it's spring cleaning or what, but something has gotten into me, and all I want to do is organize and redo things. I don't know, reorganize, rearrange, redo, all of that. So I know somebody once upon a time had asked if I would do an organizing video, but I need you to be more specific. What kind of organizing video? You want to see specifically for diamond painting? You want to see, like, I'm about to organize all my craft stuff. I have this, like, little bench that they all sit in. I don't know how interesting the video would be, but I most certainly will film it and share it with you guys. So if you want to see an organizing video, I'm more than happy to share that. I mean, that's like my favorite thing to do, is to organize. I like to repurpose a lot of like containers and stuff. I don't really like to buy organizing things because they're so expensive. Like, I was like looking into some stuff to buy or to organize like my makeup area and my craft stuff. So I was like looking on Amazon. I was looking around online for like acrylic organizing containers, and they were like $20 and up. That's too much for me. And I've always kind of been cheap, I guess, when it comes to that kind of stuff, and I don't really like to spend the money on it. But I will sometimes at the Dollar Tree, if you have Dollar Tree where you live, you can find some really great acrylic stuff there, but they can be quite small. So you don't have a whole lot of options as far as size go. Like, let's see if I can show you, reach my arm across. I'll show you some examples. They have like these type for nail polish. Well, this is a lipstick one, but I use it for mini nail polishes, like the mini bottles. And then they have bigger ones like than this that are considered nail polish bottles, but I don't know what kind of nail polishes they fitted those with, because I can't fit them. But then they're too big for lipsticks. I don't know. But I did buy a bunch of that kind of stuff from the Dollar Tree, and they have a bunch of drawers. I showed them in a video once. But anyway, I've been going through and I've been doing a lot of different organizing in different areas, and so if you want to see some of those type of videos, I'm more than happy to share that. I can't wait until it gets nice again so I can start doing Tyrian walks again. In the beginning of my videos, I used to love adding those in there, and then he loved it because he got to take extra walks. You know, he didn't know that they were for my channel, so he didn't care. I think that's what it is. I'm getting a little bit of spring fever. We have gotten so much snow lately. It's unreal. I don't remember the last time, even though most people think I live in Canada. I don't. I live in Wisconsin, but it's pretty close to Canada. And being this far north, you'd think that we get a lot of snow. Well, there's this thing called the snow belt that runs through the state. And if you live on the snow belt, you will get dumped on. I do not live on the snow belt, so I don't tend to get hit as hard as a lot of Wisconsin does. Plus, I live on Lake Superior, and that tends to protect us a little bit. And sometimes she can be quite vengeful, and we'll get lake effect snow. When that happens, it kind of sucks. But yeah, we've been totally dumped on. I can't even, like, the snow hills in my yard are taller than my vehicle. It's crazy. I think the ones where my husband works are even bigger. It's just nuts. It really is quite beautiful, and I do love the snow. I don't so much like shoveling it, but I do really like the snow a lot. I think it's so pretty. And I don't think I really could live anywhere for too long that didn't have snow, or where I couldn't go visit snow, like near a mountain or something. I think I would always need to find a way to visit the snow that corners chopped off. So, like if I moved to Seattle for whatever reason, that would be okay, because they have all the mountains there, and I could just go up into the mountains and visit. I don't think I could really live anywhere that's too hot anyway. I get too uncomfortable in the heat. I don't know how I got onto that topic. I'm trying to give you guys a little bit of an extra long video for this, because the last one it was about an hour, but I know I like mine to be a little bit over an hour when I watch Stroll With Me, specifically chit-chatty ones. And I thought I had a lot more that I wanted to add in, and this is why I probably should write stuff down. So I mean, as soon as I'm done with filming this, I'm literally gonna go down, throw it into my editing program, and add on my intro clips. Yeah. Oh, I know. So my last video, the canvas finishing, the part 2, it was canvas prep and finishing tips. I know I sound really messed up in that video. I was watching it and I was like, oh my god. I must have misspoke at least 20 times in there. Like, said the wrong word when I meant to say something else. And I don't know how I didn't even catch it in editing, because I actually watched that whole video in editing. But it's because I was trying to do something and explain at the same time and not have a script. So, like, I don't know, it was kind of like I was just saying whatever was at the top of my head and not really, like, thinking, I guess. Sometimes that works to my benefit. In that case, it did not. So I don't know what happened in that video, but yeah, it wasn't good. So I'm going to check the time again before I grab my next color, because I'm just really weirded out about this whole filming for as long as I want business. Wow! It's still going. I'm thinking that at an hour, it's going to just shut off. But I didn't want to go too much more than an hour, a little over. Yeah, like 15 more minutes, really. It's getting late where I'm at. I don't want to stay up all night messing with editing, because even though it won't take me long to string it all together, the editing program, and YouTube specifically, they're going to take a long time to render. So there's that. So, like, I might be quick, and I might make less work for myself, but that doesn't mean that the computer cares any less. Cares any more? Any less? I don't know. Sorry I had to go quiet. I'm concentrating to see if there's any holes. I didn't really use this color in 704 down here. I mean, there's a lot of similar colors, but I maybe used a couple. So I didn't really go through the garbage, and I needed to concentrate on that real quick. So I just started doing gel polish. I resisted it for years and years. Like, when it first came out, it was easy to resist because it was so expensive, but you can literally get a lamp at Walmart for $13 US. So, with the exception of the gel polish kind of still being expensive, I didn't really see a reason not to try it. And more or less, I love, like, nail powders, like duochrome and color shifting polishes or holographic powder polishes. I really like those, and really to get the best, you have to do gels and nail powders. So finally gave in, got a system, and that's why my nails are bare and this one broke because of it. It's a sacrifice. But I'm gonna be doing my I'm gonna be doing this very intricate nail design. I don't want to film it, but if you guys have ever been interested in gel polish, because like I said, I've resisted it since it came out, and I'm just now learning about it. I also bought a kit from Walmart, like dip powder it's called, and it's not that easy. And nail stamping, I was lucky enough to come across a really great deal on Valentine's Day from this company called Maniology, and so I got a nail stamping kit. I've never been successful at it, and even with this, I'm still not successful. But if you guys ever want to see videos on any of that kind of stuff, let me know. I am more than happy to film stuff like that. I mean, I probably will at some point anyway. Like, I think around holidays, I would like to do some nail art videos. I think that's when I'll, like, include them. And though I know St. Patrick's Day is coming up, I'm really boring. I just have nail stickers for that holiday because I can't paint 4-leaf clovers to save my life. And if I would have realized that there's only 4 of this color, I want to dump them all out. Like, I see I only have 2 V's, so I won't dump them into the tray. But see, I'm getting distracted by the video making and all. So yeah, I quite like the gel polish now that I got it. I think I always knew I would, so I think that's why I resisted it. And though the polish itself might be more expensive, it lasts so much longer and the look of it is so much better. I think one of my videos, I think it'll be the Sparkly Critters video, you'll actually see the manicure, the first one I ever did in there. And I tried out a mirror chrome polish in that, with that manicure. So in that video, you'll see like my first attempt at gel polish. I liked it. I liked how fast it was. Seems like no matter how patient I am, how much time I allow, I always mess up my manicures, and I almost dumped this and I only see 1 U again. I like when it's easy like that. And I've always, I think nail polish, and nail art has always been like my main obsession. That's one that's never went away. It went over an hour. Holy crap. It's never went away. It's always been something that I've kept up with. I've always enjoyed doing manicures and giving myself manicures and my friends manicures, and I almost went to school to do manicures. I think 4 is a big number. It's one that's kind of hard to see. Yeah, that one's hard for me to see in this light, so I'm going to skip over 4. Let's see if there's any S's. I won't see any. They're probably there, I'm just not seeing them. I hate when you get those little rivers on your canvas, though, because then it's hard to see the symbol underneath. So, yeah, most of the time when I get into something like crafts or makeup, it tends to like be in my life for about 6 months. I'll go hard at it for 6 months, and then I'll just get bored of it. Okay, so I'm not seeing any of those colors. I think I'm just gonna skip right to R, lowercase r, because I see a lot of the letters after that are very visible. But for as much as I like to go through crafts and all of that, like I said, I go hard. I obsess over it for a very long time, and then I burn out, which is what I'm afraid will happen with diamond painting. And when it happens, there's nothing I can do. I can't. It'll just ruin it for me, and I'll never go back. Maybe I might go back, but it'll never be the same. So I guess I have been taking breaks here and there from this, but yeah, nail polish for me has been the one thing that has never stopped. I've always been in love with, maybe not always doing nail art, but basic manicures and wearing polish. If I don't wear nail polish, my nails break too easily. I just have really weak nail beds. I always have. And I don't like buff the top of them, so I don't know. I probably need more vitamins. I was gonna say vitamin D or C or whatever. I just need more vitamins in general. I usually like to take like a women's vitamin or like a B12 complex. But I haven't done that in a while. See, I'm not even good at staying with taking vitamins for too long. I'll take them for like 3 months. I'll start noticing improvements in my health and my hair and skin and nails. And then I'll just stop. Like an idiot. I just don't stick with it. I should just stick with it, because it does make a huge difference. Alright, I don't see no more little R's. I see a lot of Z's. I should have known. I could have I don't know. The ours, I would have just worked out of this, like, little container, but the brown ones in this kit are just trashy. But there's enough Z's that it'll be okay. I know I'm doing a lot of, like, dumping drills and then putting them back. It's because I'm not actually paying attention to how many are on the canvas. I'm just busy chit-chatting away. This is why I think live chats will be great, or live drill with me, is because then we'll actually be able to conversate, and I won't have to try to think of things to fill the time. Like I said, I got this story time tag, but it's something I kind of want to dedicate an entire video to, and not... I don't really like starting a tag and then finishing it in a different video. I don't know. I've done it before, but I don't really like to. Because it always seems that there'll always be those few people that didn't see the first part of it. And then I'll have to answer a bunch of questions about it. Not that I mind, but why not just make it easy on everybody? Yeah, I don't know. Though I think I've got my lighting under control, it can still be really hard to see. Is that a G? I gotta put my head in for a sec. It is a G. I hate when that happens. When I miss just one or two. But that always happens. That's without fail. And I'm not one of them people that can just wait until I'm done with everything else. Nope. I have to pull it out right then and there and go and fill it in. I think probably because I'm more worried that I'll forget where it was. Okay. So I'll probably just finish with this row of colors and this row of colors. I know we didn't get much accomplished in the way of updates. And believe it or not, I did get a lot accomplished with this. When you have to switch colors that often, you know, it's gonna go slow. Especially, like I said, using the tweezers doesn't help. Having this amount of garbage doesn't help. It does significantly slow me down. I just hate trashy drills. I know there's a good majority of you guys, it doesn't bother you, but I hate it. Because if I see a hole on a drill, on a canvas, my eye will always go right to it. I don't know what it is. It'll zero in on it. And that's all I can focus on. And to me, like, you know, there's, like, this drill here, for example, has 9 facets cut onto it. So if one of those facets has a hole in it, then there's one less shine for it. I don't know how true that actually is, but in my head, it takes the shine away. The holy ones. And they just look ugly to me. I don't like them. If you're okay just letting it go, then by all means, and there's an N. I missed an N. By all means, go with it. If it doesn't bother you. Because honestly, nobody's going to really see it once it's like hanging on the wall. But for some reason I can't. That's not enough for me. While I'm painting. You know, if I notice it later on, I'm not going to rip my painting apart and take them out. So we just did Z. I'm trying to see if there's any M's. I see a couple. At least one, I guess. That's another one that's kind of hard to see in this light. Sorry if my head keeps popping in, but it's the only one. One single M. I'm not going to do this @ symbol because yesterday when I was doing it, I had a really hard time like finding it on the canvas. Hold on, somebody's knocking. Never mind. The cat wanted out. Every video now. I gotta remember to start kicking her out before I start filming. At least we made it an hour and 10 minutes. And before she wanted out. Don't even remember what I was saying, but one single M. Alright, let's get on to the last row, oh, the @ symbol, even when I was doing this part down here, I was having a really hard time seeing the @ symbol. Like that one and the 9 look very similar. It's actually like in like where the 7s are, right in this area where my drill pen is. It's actually in between those, but I like to just get everything around it done. It was easier when I did that yesterday. And I know I only seen like 2 hashtags on this board. So we'll do that 2. I'll just take them right out of here. I mean, it is very vibrant and colorful, so, you know, I can deal with really bad drills if the painting looks good. I kind of have my reservations. Because I found this on this exact same picture on AliExpress in a much bigger size for the same price. That's why it's so hard sometimes to not buy on AliExpress and buy from other places, because you have so much choice when it comes to paintings on there. It's just, the wait is so long, and it's a long wait if something goes wrong. You know, you almost wait twice as long for them to fix the issues as you do for, you know, to get the canvas to begin with. So half the time, I won't even ask them to fix it. No, depending on what the problem is, I will still like message them and let them know, especially if it like might affect their inventory or whatever. But for the most part, if it comes to like needing drills replaced or something, even if I ask them to replace them, I'll still buy them on my own, because they'll get to me much faster from Etsy than if I wait for the seller, and then I'll just add those into my stash of extras. That's another thing. Somebody asked if I would do a flip through of my drill books. Is that really something that you guys would be interested in? I just always thought that might be a little boring just to flip through and look at drills, but if you're color addicts, I guess that would be interesting, so you could see all the different colors that DMC offers. And you will kind of be doing that, because I do still plan on doing, like, going through my books, my 3 books, and organizing all the drills, making sure all the numbers that are assigned to them are appropriate, and all that fun stuff, like completely organizing my book. So I guess at the same time you would get a flip through, but if you want like just a complete flip through of all my drills, I can do that. I have no problems with that. So D and B are another one that I'm having a hard time seeing in this lighting. So I'm going to skip past that, but because I said we would do a certain amount, I will do the Y's, because there's not very many of those. And then just trying to pick one more that there's not a lot of, but I think for the most part there's quite a few, and the rest of it would be easier for me to see off camera. See, I think the jury's still out on if I like these little stacks or not. I think because they're so new, they're still really staticky. I think I just need to use them a little bit more. Oh no! One of the plus symbols stayed in the tray. I need to wash my trays, I think, because my drills are starting to stick in them a lot. And then I notice that happens when they get kind of dirty from the drills in the drill pen. So sometimes I like to give them a little scrub. Especially this white one really gets dirty. I don't know what it is. Okay, now this one is super trashy, this Y. It's 3853. It's so trashy. I think there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, I was thinking about in that tips and trick video to also like dispel common diamond painting myths. Like, I don't want to give anything away, but I guess I could give you an example of what I mean, and you could tell me if you want me to add that in there. I probably will anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. if I ask you if I should or not. But I was thinking that that might be kind of fun, just to throw in a couple of diamond painting myths. Like, some people think that, I guess, let's see, how do I explain this? So, a lot of people will say that details don't matter between rounds and squares. Like, I'm not even kidding, just about every diamond painting company, like independent from Amazon and AliExpress, will say that it does matter that there is a difference between round and square. It's not just about preference. Many of them will suggest doing smaller paintings in round for the best detail and larger paintings in square for the best detail. But every time I mention that in a video, I always get somebody say, it doesn't matter. It's just a preference. But it's not. And I will provide proof in that video, because I can't tell you how many websites, diamond painting websites, I've come across that specifically mention why you should choose round, why you should choose square, because it comes down to details. Like, some will even specify a size. Like, I don't know if this is accurate because I don't have the research in front of me, but some will say, like, a 30 by 40 and lower in a full drill, you should get rounds for the best detail, and like 40 by 50 and above, you should do squares for the best detail. And I totally agree with that statement, and that's why I always say it. It's not because I saw it one place randomly, or that it's just my opinion. So I thought about in that tips and trick video that we could dispel some common myths surrounding diamond painting. There's not a lot. There's just a few. Like, does it matter if you have a square tip or a round tip on your drill pen? Like, that might be preference, but we don't know. So that kind of stuff. So I thought it might just be fun to just throw a little bit of that in there as well. I'm just trying to pick out the massive amounts of garbage in this color. Oh my god. I hate trashy drills. I mean, some of these are so bad. Like, the whole, like, drill itself is just a gaping hole. There's, like, no drill left. The whole center is just cratered out. It's funny. You know, but I think no matter what I say on that subject or how much proof I provide, there's always still going to be the people that will never buy it, and they'll always say it doesn't matter, it's all about opinion. You know, and I don't, like, I'm not trying to change minds here. It's just the facts. Who am I? I'm just a lowly diamond painter who has painted 50 diamond paintings plus. I don't know nothing. Equally done rounds and squares. What do I know? Just kidding. Don't get all offended. Ooh, I almost put that away, and there's a Y right there. I think we're going to wrap this video up. I was kind of aiming for a little bit more than, you know, around an hour and a half, but I have nothing left to say. I didn't write out a script. This is literally my script. Obsessions, updates, discussion. It's literally it. And this tag hanging here, like I said, I want to have a little bit more time to go into that. So the next video we'll do that, because I won't have as much to go over. I'll try, like I said, I'm going to try to do these at least, if I can't get to it once a week, if I can't do a drill with me once a week, I'll try to at least get to it every other week. Like twice a month, once every 2 weeks, something like that. And once I get the, what you call it? Oh my god, mind blank. Once I get it set up to do live chat, but live videos, there we go. I'll probably rotate those with Friday Night Drill with me, the live version and the recorded version. So I'll try to switch them out every so often. So yes. So again, stay tuned for those videos I talked about, the Shopkins and the Sparkly Critter. Stay tuned for the conclusion of exploring the essentials. all of that fun stuff. If there's anything specifically you want me to talk about in the next drill with me, let me know. If you have tips and tricks that you want to see featured in that wrap-up video, let me know. I'll screenshot your comment and share it. I can blur out your name if you want, but honestly, if you're making a public comment, then it doesn't matter if I blur out your name or not. You can't comment anonymously, so... But I still will. I guess there's a huge difference between a comment and a YouTube video. Or so I'm told. So, yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you were able to get a lot accomplished in this hour and 20-ish minutes. I obviously was not, but I was able to get through a lot of garbage. And believe it or not, doing all these little tiny numbers does help me a ton. You know, that you've seen, it took me that long to get through those. Maybe a little less if I wasn't talking so much. But, you know, it is nice to chit-chat while I'm doing that. So now, it's just bigger blocks of color, and I'll be able to just fly through that. So... I know this is kind of boring. You didn't really get to see a whole lot with this canvas, but hopefully you enjoyed it nonetheless. And with that, I will let you go. So have an awesome day. Have fun diamond painting. Have fun crafting. Have fun doing whatever it is that makes you happy. I love you, friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.